Guns Legos. Bricks and toys.
All right, toy fans. So I got another. This is a really quick one. And it was like one of those. It was like a really quick, like, hey, we got to get this out, sort of sell. I've passed it up for a while now. So it's been on there, and I have the link for it down below if you want to get it off the affiliate link. Pretty cheap, not a lot to it, but hey, let's talk about it because there's some pretty good stuff in this, and I don't want it to go amiss. All right, so this is, of course, Ella Focus. Never heard of it, and I mean, and honestly, like directions wise and everything, this is like subpar. Like I would. This, it's compatible with Lego, yes. Does it have sharp edges? Not really, which is nice. Do we get a lot of parts with it? Kind of. But what we're getting is stuff that if you are like me and you're wanting to build some really interesting things, this is kind of on that level of, hey, not such a bad thing. This actually came in a bag. And I actually need to go to Amazon to review this on the page and talk about it. Now, all in all, I got it because I wanted some of these great pieces here, but there's some pretty decent stuff in this. So before we get into that, let's talk about the instructions. The instructions start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty much it. There's nothing else to this. It took more time putting all the minifigs together than it did the actual piece. But one of the things I would say is that it comes with a lot of minifigs, and all the minifigs are they're in pieces and parts, and there's a large variety of them. So let's kind of look at what we got for our minifigs. So on our minifigs, they do have printing. So we've got, of course, printing on the face, we've got printing on the torso, we got printing on the legs. No printing on the arms. Each one comes with their own weapon. No printing on the back of the head, so just that. As far as the studs, they are these kind of weird studs that are not exactly Lego, though they do fit into Lego bodies, though they are kind of tight. It's one of those that they're not bad. Clutch power on the feet are really, really tight. That's something to keep in mind. But you get a whole bunch of different figures, different faces. Some of them are kind of like repeats. Some of them have very interesting hats. Let's see. I guess that turns this way. Like this guy's cheesing it up. I'm not exactly sure why. We get some old military hats, which I thought was kind of interesting. And these guys are actually identical. We get a couple of these chrome dome hats. We get SWAT vests. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of vest printing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different face printings and assortment of helmets and weapons. Okay. Some are repeated, some are not. So the figures themselves are okay. They are Lego compatible. They are minifigs, and they're done in the flesh tones. And, you know, I like it because now I've got SWAT people for whenever I do, like, presidential stuff, or I need, like, urban police officers, and, you know, I've got a cyberpunk city I'm working on. So all of this works in that opinion. You know, I think it works great. Now, the actual set itself, it has a 16 by 16 plate at the top and the bottom. So these are in the darker gray. They do have anti-studs underneath. Clutch power on those are actually pretty good. You can actually lift it up. Everything holds really well. The only thing I had problems with is the clutch power of these 1x2 plates with pin bars on it. But other than that, we get, of course, these little clips here. And the whole gimmick, the whole shtick, I guess you could say, is that you can roll this out and create like a cage We'll go ahead and stick that back on. Yeah, these tend to come off. You can create like a cage here. You can chain this up. So you get 4 chains, 4 grates, pegs for each one, and you get 2 signs and 2 signs that are tiles and 2 signs that are clips. Now, for our clippable signs, we get a stop sign. We get a bring. I call it the bring sign or whatever it was from Metal Gear Solid when the alert sign. We get a caution sign, and then we get this warning danger radioactive sign, which I absolutely adore. One thing to keep in mind is that in order to get these tiles, so these are just basic Lego style tiles, in order to get the tiles on the grates, we're using a stud to stud piece. So it's just like one little stud to stud piece. We get 2 of those. They're easy to lose. They're very hard to put on. That's just one thing that to keep in mind for it. But all in all, yeah, you can actually pull that out just a little bit. All in all, man, this is actually, it's pretty cool. You get like a whole gel cell thing. You've got these structure pieces here in black. So if you don't have, I have a lot of those because I also get them on AliExpress for building. But yeah, this in my opinion is pretty cool. Directions, do we need them? Not really. I would probably get rid of that because I don't really think I need to build this again. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can kind of follow the picture. But for what we're getting for the $10 mark, the pieces, parts, the grates, and the figures, I think it's well worth the time. Listen, like I said, I put the link for it down below if you decide you want to get this. Really good. I think this is a good one for kids that are really into military stuff. This might be a good like war box sort of padding thing for them to put like dinosaurs in there if they like Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, World War II, cyberpunk city stuff. You know, like there's some building options with this, and I think that's kind of the idea. The figures are a little harsh on the clutch power, but all in all, for what we're getting, it is pretty good. I bought this out of my own money. I spent $10. I think it's well worth it. Hey, like I said, I put the affiliate link down below. If you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe, hit that bell for notifications to be alerted if anything comes from me to you. Like this video, helps YouTube know what you like, what I'm making, and comment. Would you get this set? Would you not? I'm actually going to be ripping it apart and building it to something else, which is the whole reason and purpose for me getting it to begin with. But yeah, I think it's definitely well worth it. Fun little set to have. Definitely worth it for the parts, in my opinion. So hopefully this information reaches you and helps you become the better budgeted brick builder that we're all wanting to be, etc., etc. You know the routine. Hey, I thank you all so much for being here and checking this out. I hope that this message helps us out. Share this off with a friend. Get something out of the shop. Those sorts of things, they really do help in the long run, okay? Hey, I thank you all so much for showing up today. I appreciate you. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build and happy brick hunting.